Genesis. Show my hardcore is.
What's up, freaks, beasts, and athletes? It's DC here, DekeLaborn.com, home of Genesis Strength and Conditioning and building that stacked and jacked physique. So you want to work out, you spend the time in the gym day in and day out to get the best results possible, but you never really seem to maximize what your workouts could be. You know there's another level, you know that there's a way to push it to make it even better, and you're struggling to find that. Today I got 7 tips to make sure that you can maximize your workout results in the gym so you have the chance to recover, grow, get stronger, build muscle, burn fat outside the gym as optimally as possible. But before I get started, if you haven't yet, check out those 2 links below. I got some gifts for you guys that should help you get on your path to getting stacked and jacked and make sure that you are not doing the 5 strength and conditioning sins that will kill your results. But today, here's how to maximize your workout results. 1, never fail. The biggest mistake I see all these people all guys do in the gym is they get that macho superiority attitude and they go in and try to throw as much weight on the bar and decide to, crank out as many reps as they can until failure, and then somebody has to come along and pick that bar up off them, or they end up just getting smoked and, just continually going to failure. Going to failure on lifts is going to kill your results and kill your progress. You can make the same, at least the very same results day in and day out, feel a ton better, always be able to progress and grow by working sub-maximally in terms of your strength and in terms of just your overall movements, exercises, reps, and set selection. What does it mean to go sub-maximally? What we do in the gym is we call it leave 1 in the tank. If you feel like you have 6 reps in you, then you're only going to do 5. If you feel like you are lifting and you're supposed to get 6 reps, and let's say you're bench pressing and you get 3 reps into it and that 3rd rep's pretty tough and you know that you probably could get through 1 more, but that's about it, then you cut the set. Always leave at least 1 rep in the tank. Your weights are still going to be heavy. You're still going to be able to progress, but your nervous system and your adrenals aren't going to be fatigued and fried, and so you'll be able to recover quicker and maximize your results in your workout. Tip 2 is, yes, everybody wants to use the advanced techniques, partial reps, drop sets, supersets, rest pause sets, all that crap. The best way to do that is to use those correctly and to use them sparingly. You don't need to go into every workout and do partial reps, burnout sets, pyramid sets, drop sets, any of that crap day in and day out. All that's going to do is basically overtrain you and take your body to failure. Instead, you want to use them as more of like a plateau buster. When if you've been working sub-maximally and you seem to really hit a plateau and a wall on a lift, over the course of 2, 3, 4 weeks, then it might be time to add one of those things into that exercise at the end to kind of give that yourself an extra boost and jumpstart everything again. But if you kind of use that day in and day out, then you have nothing to turn to when you do hit that plateau. Tip 3 is make all your reps exactly the same. What's that mean is it doesn't matter if you're warming up and using the bar on squats or if you have 500 pounds on the bar for squats. Every rep should be identical. It should be the same intensity. It should be the same form, the same kind of cadence and pace. You don't want to be the person that goes in and just smokes, the bar for 20 reps as crazy and just horribly form as possible. And then as you get heavier and heavier, try to tighten your form up. What that's going to do is not allow you to get in sync and get used to that motor pattern to where your muscles need to move and need to go, and instead kind of force you to do what's needed as it gets heavier. If you start and do every rep the same way, your body's going to be used to moving that way, so no matter what weight ends up being on the bar, you're going to be able to do it correctly and as optimally as possible. Tip 4 to make sure you can maximize your workout results is every rep you want to get tight and tense. As people come in, they start working out, especially on stuff, the more the compound movements, as fatigue starts setting in, if they're doing, 5, 6, 7, or 8 reps on a lift, then, fatigue starts setting in, they start getting looser, they start getting sloppy, elbows start flaring out, shoulders aren't in the right position, they don't stay tucked, they don't start using their hips, their back gets out of place on deadlifts, and that's not only going to lead to injury, but it's also going to kill your progress and kill the ability of the amount of weight you can move. So make sure that you stay in control pretty much the entire set. Every rep, just like I said in the step before, or the tip before this, every rep should look exactly the same. If it doesn't, then you're not in control. You need to come back, maybe lower the weight down, lower the reps that you're doing, and make sure that you stay in control so every rep looks exactly the same. You want to work on mobility and flexibility. If you can't squat to parallel with just a barbell, then it's going to be very painful and not optimal to try to hit that depth on a squat, with 315 pounds on there, 365, 225, whatever it is. You should be able to perform the exact same movement with just body weight as you can with a weighted load. I used to be horrible about that, where it took me so long because my hips were so jacked up, immobile, my hamstrings were so tight and unflexible that I didn't feel like I could hit depth in a squat until I had at least 225 on the bar to actually push me down into there. Now, after hammering mobility and flexibility stuff for so long, now my body weight squat pretty much looks identical to whenever I have 405, 435 or more on the bar for squats. It should all look the same, and it's not going to be that way if you don't hammer mobility, you don't hammer flexibility. Make sure that you maximize your workout results is please monitor your rest periods. You're not going to get a benefit if you do a set, walk away, get some water, hang out, check your phone, go chat it up, and come back 5 minutes later and do another set. This may be appropriate for the fat power lifter that really doesn't care about anything other than maximal strength, but for a typical everyday guy who's just cared about getting stacked and jacked and wants that physique with the strength behind it, as long as that athleticism and power and a little bit of conditioning, you want to make sure you monitor your rest periods. Go somewhere between anywhere from 30 to 120 seconds is what we shoot for, depending on what movements and exercises we're doing. So get a stopwatch if you need to. I keep one with me. I always keep it running, so right after I finish the set, I can look down, see how long it took, add in 45, 60, 90 seconds as needed, and then get back onto it. Try to get your water, try to get everything set up, so you can take care of that stuff after you complete the exercise. But in between sets, monitor your rest periods. So there you have 7 tips to make sure that you can maximize your workout results. Like I said, check out those 2 links below so you can get your free gifts. If you have any comments, drop them below. I'd appreciate it if you liked and shared this video with other people that that you train with or seem to be struggling on getting results. Now you guys know, and knowing's half the battle.
Genesis. Show my hardcore is, you know what I'm saying? Yo.